We got you, Lynn.
You're good.
You're all good, Lane. All
Hi,
good.
Lane.
Thanks, Lynn.
Cairo Radio, can you hear me? Check 1 2. Cairo, can you hear me?
You're good.
Okay, and this is our second moderator mic check. Can I get someone to give me a thumbs up or an okay? All right, great. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, first up, to get out in the first ball game and everybody, all the questions, how you going to play and how you going to do and what's it going to look like and all. I thought it was a really pretty clean game. Some tackling issues, I think, late. The game was long and it took a while on both sides of the ball, both teams, I think. Then I think we'll grow into the conditioning part of the game. But what I was really excited about is what we've been doing in practice showed up. And Russ has been extraordinary all camp. He had a great summer, as I told you guys, and throwing the ball to everybody. And he had, perhaps his best throwing day numbers-wise, but just about you could have. And it was in great command of the game. And we messed up a couple sacks, but then after that we really cleaned things up. And we were able to really move the ball. And so it was a big day for Tyler Lockett, 8 catches. It was all over the place. Big day for DK, particularly the big touchdown pass. I think a really good showing for Greg Olsen, like we'd like to see him. he'll have games where he catches 8-10 passes as we go along, and the running backs ran really hard too. So I think you're going to want to know about the sacks and all that kind of stuff, those numbers early on. But our guys really settled in the second half and protected Russ, and we really had command of the game on the offensive side throughout. Defensively, you couldn't help but watch Jamal Adams. I mean, he's all over the place. He had 12 or so tackles and a sack, and was close on a couple others, and just made some beautiful plays, tackles and hits and pressures and all of that. He's an extraordinary football player. But all the guys played well. Bobby played well. The guys up front played really good in the running game in general. I like the way we played together as a team today. And I thought probably the play of the game was Marquise Blair on the fourth down when they faked the punt, and he makes a great hit to knock the ball loose. And Rook, Freddie Swain jumped up, made a great recovery to get the ball. So I think what happened in the game to really make the difference was the defense winning on fourth down. They had to win on third down, and then they went 0 for 4 giving up on fourth down. So really good job right there. So a lot of great stuff. Really fun that we got through it. Guys came out of it pretty healthy, and we'll get ready for next week.
Michael Sean.
Pete, what did you make of how Shotty called the game on those first 2 drives for the offense?
I thought he called a terrific game all day long. He just went with the stuff we've been doing that's looked so good in practice. Wasn't anything out of the ordinary for how we've been preparing to play. Really, the game, like I said, it looked very much like we've been practicing. That's a good statement about the looks they've been getting and the work we've been getting to get us ready. I thought it was a terrific football game for us offensively.
And how did you guys come to the decision of locking arms during Lift Every Voice and Sing before the game and letting kind of everyone do what they wanted to do first during the national anthem?
Yeah, well, that really was handled by the captains for the most part. Mo Kelly helped communicate with Atlanta, so we knew what we were doing together. I thought it was a really good statement by both teams, and to make a statement, we don't know how much we can do to help, but we're going to keep trying. We don't ever want to go back, so we know that. So never go back was really kind of the thought of the day, and we'll see what happens next week.
Thanks.
Let me say this: I was really proud of the leadership of Bobby and Russ and Nico and those guys to get it all wired, so everybody felt comfortable with how we did it.
Greg Bell.
Hi, Pete. First of all, I wanted to know we could hear you up here in the press box screaming "woo" some of the times. And after the score,
could?
you were yelling stuff.
Uh-oh.
So I just let you know. It was kind of quiet in here.
Really? God, I've been kind of anonymous for a long time here. I might have to change my game a little bit.
The whole let Russ cook that everyone talks about, 21 passes the first 35 play calls. I know that's dependent on the opponent, but how much was today maybe a sign of what you want to do the rest of the season with him?
Well, I think it's just a sign of how we've worked in this offseason, and like I've said it 3 or 4 times already that it's really the way we've been practicing. And Russell was in total command of the game and had a beautiful game. But there's so many things that factor in on that. That's Shotty making the calls. It's all the preparation to get there. It's the guys coming through with their plays and all that. Russ will be the first to tell you. And so it is a statement though of the offseason. This whole Zoom season, our guys did a marvelous job. Russ was extremely involved, integrally involved with all of that, and it just showed. It showed. We were together and tight and functioning well. I don't know what we did on third down. I don't know if it was any good, but we just were able to move the ball. Even when we were backed up with some penalty situations or sacks, we came right back and converted, and that's confidence and belief, and it's these guys are first game. They've earned their way right here. They've earned their way to play like that by the way they practiced.
And with Jamal, how much does he just change entirely how you play defensively because of all the things he can do, the speed, the aggressiveness?
He's totally freelancing. He's on his own. We have no control over the guy. No, that's not true. He is such a marvelous football player. You just got to put him in positions to give him a chance, and then stuff happens. And I thought Kenny called a terrific game to keep them off balance, even though they put up a bunch of yards because we were way ahead. I liked our attacking style, and our guys really played to it well. So we'll grow from here. This first shot.
How do you resist the urge not to blitz him every down?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should, Greg. I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Art Teal.
Art, do you know that, I know you're really tall, but you look like you're about 15 feet tall in that picture right there. You really look a little scary.
Yeah, I'm standing up at my table, and I'm only 12 feet tall. The 4th and 3 call, 38-yard line to Metcalf, that's something we saw a lot of in practice. What went into the decision between you and Shoddy to pull the trigger at that moment?
Really believing in our guys. And I mean, look how much belief and how comfortable Russ was in that situation. He didn't just think to dink it try to get the conversion. He took what was there and took a great shot to DK. Beautiful execution by both those guys. But that's Russ. That's Russ just making the most of the opportunity. And I think it was a really good illustration of that. And to execute like that under that circumstance is what we really hope to see. And first game out, gave him a shot, went for it, and up it goes. That was a huge play in the game.
Thanks.
Chris Francis.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Jamal making plays. The secondary did have some ups and downs today, though. How long do you think it'll take for them to kind of get to peak performance in terms of playing together?
I don't know, Chris. We gave up that big play in the third quarter, which was really a blunder, and we need to do that way better. That really was the play that gave them an to change the field position and all of that. And we were even playing for the situation, so we didn't do that well. But we'll just we just got to get better and keep working at it. There's a lot of good playmaking in these guys, and you can see that they're really aggressive. They really played in tune with the game. Because there's such good communications during the game, we really played to the situations, and I think that's what you saw them rise up on 4th down and get all those nice wins. Benson Mayo had a couple terrific plays for us today. The ball he knocked down in a crucial situation, and also the sack he had on 4th down. 2 huge come-through plays for us. So we're just getting rolling, and we'll need to play cleaner, a little bit loose in the throwing game.
Tim Booth.
Hey, Pete, being that you didn't have any preseason games, I'm wondering what surprises maybe stood out to you positively or negatively about the way you guys played today?
I don't, it seemed pretty much like we've been practicing. I don't think there was many surprises today. I was really thrilled to see Benson make 2 crucial plays, but he's been looking good in practice. I think, I'm not surprised, but what's really pleasing is to see us carry that whole camp and all this offseason and go play football and execute like that on offense. I think that's the thing that will take the most out of this first game, is that we were able to go out there and really function. And Russ was, I've been telling you, Russ has looked great all camp. He's been so integral in everything that we did in the kind of the process of teaching what we're doing offensively during the Zoom period. And I told you also that we've looked like we're smarter, like we're farther ahead than normal in the offseason. And I don't know what to tell you about that, but it's just the Zoom process really brought out the best of us somehow, and I think the coaches had a lot to do with that, but leadership did too.
Curtis Crabtree.
Hey, Pete, what was your initial impression, just kind of how the D-line played? Obviously, Benson had a couple plays on the 4th downs, but the group as a whole and how they fit into that with the 4th down plays too.
I think we came through in crucial situations, and then we were playing, back up here at the end, and knowing that they couldn't win the game if we did it right, and so we gave them, some good yards there. But I'm really anxious for us just to come back after this first game and start building on it. I really think this is a very good offense. The quarterback's really good. He's got an all-time receiver. He's got an all-time tailback. They got a really good tight end. They got an experienced line. They got a terrific play caller. They have a lot going for them, and they're going to put a lot of points on the board during the course of this season. And so giving them credit, I thought that we played the game really well, offense, defense, as we went through it, and gave up a little bit at the end.
Corbin Smith.
Hey, Pete, I know you mentioned earlier this week that you were possibly looking to play more guys. Jordan Simmons getting some reps today, Jordan Brooks getting out there on the field some. How nice was it in the first game of the season to be able to get some of those other players' experience while getting a convincing victory?
No, that was by design. We wanted to rotate. I don't know, until we see what the numbers were, but we tried to really rotate guys. You saw a couple guys, did cramp up by the end of the game. So we didn't rotate well enough. But a couple of those guys that did, they weren't even playing all the time. So we got to figure that out. I would hope to continue to keep the rotations going, let a lot of guys play. I think it's good for us in a lot of ways, and it shows our depth and shows our players that we believe in them.
Larry Stone.
I don't know why it's so hard to find you guys on this board. You guys, where do you come from? Where's Larry?
I'm right here.
There you go. There you go. My bad.
Hey, Pete, the kind of visible energy and spirit that Jamal played with, is that infectious? Does that rub off on the rest of the defense?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. He is such an energetic, just personality. He's got so much fire in him, and he's an incredible competitor. Does it rub off? Yes. And I'm so thrilled he's on our team, and we got him. As much, not just for the play, but for what else he brings and how he affects other people. And he'll continue to do that. And I thought during the day, when we go back home, our fans won't be able to see it in the stadium early in the year. And I wish they could, because a lot that goes on is happening, off the play field and on the sidelines and cheering up guys. And this game now with nobody in the stands really does call on us to really maintain the juice and the energy. And he's a wonderful player to exemplify that.
John Boyle.
Well, Larry just stole my question, so I will instead ask, have you ever scored a touchdown on a play where your tight ends run into each other pre-snap?
Well, that's pretty good, wasn't it? That's by design. We want to let them think we're confused. It's kind of a rope-a-dope thought right there. Look like, oh boy, they're all screwed up, and then out of nowhere. That's not that. No, I can't remember that happening. They did score a touchdown when our guys ran into each other on the other side. I don't know if you noticed that one. That was the corner out that they caught. Shouldn't have happened.
Bob Condota.
Hey, Pete. Pete, the whole atmosphere and everything of the game, was it much different? I mean, not having fans, the way the piped-in noise was. I mean, what was that whole?
It's different. It was different, but it didn't matter. It wasn't. It didn't matter to the game. And I got to say that we were on the road and we didn't have a crowd screaming at us either. But like way back when, I always felt like this is going to work out okay, because the guys don't really, they don't play for the fans on the game day. They're playing to play the game the way they're supposed to. And there was enough juice and energy there that that it was really fun. It was really a fun game, and locker room was cool before the game and at halftime and after the game. All that good stuff that we loved, where we share all the energy of the build-up of the game and then the finish. It was all there. So I know it's more exciting. I guess there's more atmosphere, of course. But when these guys are playing, they got to go, and it's just the guy across from them, and the competition on the field was really, really good, both sides.
And we saw Rasheem Green go out with a shoulder injury or whatever. Is that anything significant or?
Who was that?
Rasheem Green.
Yeah, he was okay. He's had just a little something going on for a bit. He was fine.
Ben Arthur.
Hey, Pete, you mentioned the cornerbacks struggle a little bit. At that right corner spot.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say the cornerback struggled a bit. I said that they, in pass defense, we messed up a play. So I didn't really say that. But I'm not trying to correct you on that. I just don't want my guys thinking I'm talking about them like that, because I didn't think they played bad. I'm sorry. Now answer. Now ask a question.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sorry about that. Just sure. With the rotation with Quentin and Trey at right corner, is the plan right now to kind of keeping both them come in and out. Try and get a feel for
we're just taking it as we go. Trey played a lot during camp and did a really good job and all that, and I felt like they deserved to rotate, and we'll just go to the next game and see what happens. That was a lot of work for Quentin today, and it's the most work he's had, so we'll see how he recovers this week and all. But it's great to have the ability to rotate. We had some flexibility too with the other backup spots in the dime and the nickel stuff, which was great. So a few other guys get in the game too, which is really, it just helps us down the road when more guys play early.
And obviously Russ, was kind of the leader of kind of the offensive prowess, but Chris Carson had some nice catches. Just how have you seen him come along as a pass catcher? over the
Yeah,
last couple of years.
Chris has great hands. He really does. He can catch the ball as well as anybody. And he doesn't get nearly as much work at it, but just naturally he's got great hands. That was an incredibly perfect screen pass that we hit for the touchdown. All the guys out front can't wait to see that and show that in the highlights and stuff. But he also ran it perfectly, and the timing was beautiful, and all the execution was exquisite on that one. But Chris will continue to be a target for us. He's just too good. He's just too good at it. He's really a natural catcher. If a ball gets away from him, once in a while, I know how he can catch football. It's like DK didn't handle a couple balls today, but he's incredible, and we're going to keep throwing it to him, because we know that he's a great player.
Thank you.
Brady Henderson.
Bobby looked like he was just a step ahead several times today. What did you see from him?
Yeah, he's played so well. He's been so healthy throughout camp, and he's been able to get all of the work. He's been doing great, and so it's no surprise that he would play well. It really is. This is an illustration of how you practice, you can play. If you trust how you prepare, and you don't go out there and make stuff up and try to do things that you don't normally do, you can play football like that. And you can tell it doesn't matter where we go. I mean, there's a lot of trips in a row coming on the road to the East Coast, and we're okay about it, everybody asks about the 2 days and what's going to happen and all that. Well, I can't tell you until we get back home and figure out if we do all our testing and all. But I thought it was another beautiful illustration of the way we like to travel, and we're just thrilled about that because it's so important. We got 4 more times coming to the East Coast or to this time zone, and we need to get really good at it.
Last one for Coach Joe Fan.
Pete, curious if the rotation at running back is how you want to keep things moving forward, getting everybody in there and making sure you keep Carson fresh for the entire year.
Well, I don't know what the numbers came out today, but it felt good. It felt good, giving those guys the chance to keep them fresh. Those are 2 guys that hammer the football, man. And then T. Homer is such a good change of pace that I just like the 3-guy rotation. And I don't know what the numbers were today, but it felt good. And imagine how much fresher it can keep, a lead guy that doesn't have that opportunity. And so we'll just go one game at a time, really, right now. And we don't need to call it in any way. I never have. And I don't think there'll be a time in the season when I'll tell you, okay, this guy's going to get all the snaps and this guy's not. I don't think that's what's going to take place. We'll just keep moving through the game and see what's happening and the style of plays and the runs and all. I thought we ran the ball well today. We didn't run the ball a lot, but we ran the ball well when we did. And really pleased with that. We good?
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, just stay tuned. I'm not sure who's coming in next, so just be prepared, and I'm going to put somebody on the spot to ask the first question. So. All right, guys, we have Jamal about to step up. Jamal Adams will be here in just 1 second.
Smoke still bad back there, guys? Oh, never mind.
All right, John Boyle, would you like to lead us off with Jamal?
Would love to. Just Jamal, wanted to get your thoughts. Obviously, your first game as a Seahawk, and you were very productive. What was it like being out there today?
Yeah, it was fun, man. A lot of juice, a lot of energy, a lot of ups and downs. I thought we played really well, but we had a lot of mistakes. I'm speaking for the defensive side that we can, definitely get better on, and to where we can be even more dominant. So that's the good thing about this game. Obviously, it's week 1, so it's a lot of mistakes that we can clean up. I think that we the most important thing is that we got the win, and that's what matters.
Did Quandre steal an interception for you at the end there?
Yeah, man. He know I only got 2 interceptions, man, and everybody talks about my interceptions. So he took it from me. I did not see him coming. At the end of the day, man, that's just a hell of a play for him to come from the backside. It was my opportunity. I went up. I was a little beat up, but other than that, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy we got the win. I know the pick opportunities will come when they come, and I'm happy for Diggs. I told him, man, I'm not mad at him one bit, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, the most important thing was getting the W.
Curtis Crabtree.
Hey, Jamal, first off, it didn't seem like you looked all that bored out there today, but I was kind of curious how you felt like the tackling kind of was overall for getting back out into the mix. Season really having those chances up until now.
Yeah, I had, obviously missed the live scrimmage when we did go against our twos maybe about 2 weeks ago due to cutting my finger. No, I did not cut it by cutting a strawberry. So, obviously in the kitchen cutting fruit. I was cutting a lot of watermelon and whatnot. But anyway, yes, I definitely feel like for myself, I'm speaking for myself, my tackling was good, but not where it usually is. You know what I mean? I think I missed a couple that I rarely miss, but I got to do a better job of wrapping up and just getting the guy down and making the tackle and just being smart. Using the right technique. But overall, I think that we did a good job tackling as a defense, flying around the ball. I think that's the main thing. You have a lot of guys flying around the ball, and when you fly to the ball, you make plays. So that's what we did.
Joe Fan.
Hey, Jamal, what's it like on the sideline when you're watching Russ, chuck it around and all those guys make plays and put up 38 points?
I'm not used to it, It's exciting. It's exciting to know when we do come off the field, we can, definitely, make our adjustments, catch a breather. For Russ to go out there and do what he's always done. I'm just happy to be a part of this organization, man. And these guys were telling me they're happy I'm here, but I'm really happy I'm here, man. I just see so much talent, so much great success coming our way. As long as we just continue to keep our head down and continue to strive. But obviously, it's only one game. 1-0, that's what matters. We got to clean up this film and then get better for next week.
AJ McCord.
So Jamal, first game where there weren't any fans in the stands, as somebody who takes a lot of responsibility to hype up the defense and make sure that your guys are juiced all the time. Did that put a little bit of extra pressure on you to keep that energy up without the roar of the crowd?
Nah, no pressure. It was definitely weird at first. I'm not gonna lie. Just going out there not hearing any fans, and the good thing about that is just the team camaraderie, just coming together as one, and just feeding off one another. Once after that first series, we were good. You know what I mean? And it was all good, man. You can hear a lot of noise talking out there, but at the end of the day, it showed. It showed who loves football, more than that person, or whatever the case may be, man. So as long as you step on that green, you got to be ready to play.
Michael Sean.
And Jamal, did you have a victim of police brutality on your helmet decal?
Yes. I had Trayvon Martin.
Why did you choose Trayvon?
Because, man, I think, when I was younger, should I say, that was one of the biggest tragics that happened that I remember from a police, murdering a black man. That was just, to me, that was, obviously there was more things that happened before that we probably don't even know of, that wasn't, recorded or whatever the case may be. But that was one of the biggest ones that I remember. That and Alton Sterling when I was in at LSU. So that was tough. Obviously I wanted to represent him, as a black man, and knowing that, this is the start of change, and we're going to continue to fight as black men as one, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
What does your shirt say?
Rude. It's a brand.
Is there anything to that, like a message or anything?
Nah, man. It's just I'm into fashion, man. If you guys don't know, you can check out my IG page. I'm really into it. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jamal.
No problem.
Brady Henderson.
Hey, Jamal, when you got to Seattle, I think you said it was like a cheat code, adding you to a defense that already has another all-pro guy in Bobby Wagner. Did it feel like that today with you guys out there?
Yeah, I mean, just not even just Bobby, man, just so many guys out there. The whole defense was flying around the ball, talking noise, just, having fun. Like I said, we had a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, we were running to the ball and, creating stops and trying to create turnovers. So That's what it's about. Obviously, a lot of cleaning up to do, but I'm just happy to be a part of this defense, be a part of this organization. And like I said, we just got to keep our head down. It's only one game, and keep stacking, keep getting better.
And what did you see from Bobby? What was your viewpoint of the way he played today?
I mean, he played like Bobby Wagner. I mean, he's the best in the business. You know what I mean? And like he's told you guys, we've always had a respect from afar away for each other, and you know, just having us, you know, out there, you know, together. It's like Batman and Robin. You know what I mean? So it's a good feeling. You know, I love playing with Bobby, and you know, he's a guy that I love to feed off just as well as he feeds off me.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey guys, just a few more for Jamal. If we can refrain from follow-ups, we can get through more. So I appreciate that. Art Till, you're up.
Jamal, it looked like you crossed the line of scrimmage quite a bit today. Was that how you felt like in practice, or was this kind of a surprise?
Nah, never surprised, man. You know, when you prepare so hard, you know, you expect to go make plays, and when you vision and the day before, or the night before, should I say, when you vision the plays that you're going to make, they're going to come. But you just got to be patient. That's just like interceptions, man. People can say what they want about that, man. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on winning. Like, that stuff will come. If you want to, you know, knock me for all that, man, you know, it is what it is. It's life. You know, the man upstairs is going to bless me sooner or later with a lot of picks. And when that time comes, it comes. When I pick opportunities come, I got to get my hand on it. Obviously, Diggs stole one from me, but it's all good, man. I'm just happy to go home with a win.
Thanks.
Greg Bell.
Paul, how much blitzing are you doing compared to the Jets, and do you see room for that you could do even more than you did today?
Well, yeah, I wasn't bored. You know, I was blitzing. I was having fun. It's about the same, to be honest. It might have been a little bit more. It reminded me a little bit of Todd Bowles when Todd Bowles used me. You know, my first 2 years. But, you know, just out there making plays, man. Whenever my name is called or my number's called, I'm trying to do whatever I can to help the team win and get put in the best position to get the ball back to 3. Because when obviously you get the ball back to 3, he's gonna make special plays. So that's my focus. I'm never trying to be a one-man guy. I'm just trying to, you know, do my job to the best of my ability.
Okay, last one for Bob Condota.
Oh, hey, Jamal. Hey, you raised a fist during the national anthem as well. I was just wondering how you came at that decision. It sounded like everybody allowed everybody to just sort of represent themselves how they wanted to during the anthem. I was just wondering how that process went.
Yeah, you know, I kind of went back and forth with it. You know, I wanted to not only stand strong, I wanted to show that I'm a black man and I'm proud to be black. That's what I kind of wanted to show. You know, with my fist held high, knowing that, you know, other people have other decisions to make behind me. And everybody, you know, just kind of went with whatever they wanted to do. You know, it wasn't forced. You know, I thought Coach Pete Carroll, you know, he did a hell of a job. He's been doing a hell of a job as far as just giving us, you know, the freedom to be ourselves and to use our voice, use our platform. And obviously the main thing right now for us black athletes is to use our voice, to use our platform. I think that's what it's about, man. So me holding my fist up in the air was definitely just to show that I'm proud to be black, and I'll forever be.
Thanks, Jamal.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, everyone. Just hang tight, and we'll be back.
Hello? Oh, I don't think I'm in the camera.
I got you. I'll fix it. Hey, John Boyle, would you like to lead us off?
Sure thing. Yeah, a little too tall for that one, huh, Greg? Just wanted, there we go.
There we go.
Just wanted to get your thoughts of that, getting that first game out there with the Seahawks and playing with Russell Wilson, and obviously the success you guys had connecting today.
Yeah, I'm glad that first one's kind of behind us. I think, there was a lot of uncertainty coming in with, the lack of fans and no preseason. And I know personally, having, even though I've played a long time, first time in a new setting, new system, just a lot of new scenarios playing out in your head leading up to the first game. And, you kind of have your, you feel like a rookie again. You have your nerves, about whether or not you can still do this. So to get that first one under our belt and, score 38 and not even play that great. We made a lot of mistakes and pre-snap penalties and all sorts of stuff. So we have plenty to clean up. But, Russ was pretty on fire all day. We spread the ball around to a lot of different guys, running backs, wideouts, tight ends. I mean, everybody really touched it and had an impact today. So that's kind of the style we're looking to play, and I think for the first game it was a good start.
Adam Jude.
Greg, you played in some great offenses in the NFL. You just said you've been around a while. What do you see as the potential for this offense, particularly when Russ is playing like he was today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it starts with him. He's just so efficient and so good with his decision making and accuracy and all of those things. And then, around him, we have a lot of different guys that can contribute. The running back, obviously Chris got us started out, with taking those screens and making an impact the way he did. And then, both him and Carlos in the running game kind of wearing on people and pounding them, making them tackle him, throughout the course of the game is tough on those defenders. And then, DK made some plays. Obviously Tyler made plays. And we got Noe, we got, Demo involved. So, we have a lot of guys that can contribute, and obviously Tyler and DK are going to get a lot of attention, and when the rest of us get our opportunities, we got to make those plays and be there for us. So it was cool to kind of see the ball spread around to so many different guys, and it puts a lot of pressure on defenses.
Okay, last one for Greg, Brady Henderson.
Hey, Greg, we got to ask you about the pre-snap motion on the touchdown. Did it look like you and Disley collided? What happened there?
Yeah, it's so funny. Something so silly. I've had like 5 people text me like, "Why are you and Disley hugging in the backfield?" We had a little mix-up to get out of the huddle, so we had to switch sides, and so we added a little shift to the play. But I guess it looked funnier on TV. It didn't feel that big of a deal on the field, but I guess on the broadcast it seemed like we had a little moment.
All right, thank you, Greg.
All right, guys, thanks.
See ya. Everything's muted right now.
Bob, you're unmuted, just so you know.
Greg, to answer your question, yes, it is still very smoky down here.
say, AJ?
I said to answer your question, it is still very smoky in Oregon, and today it mixed
Really
with
bad.
fog, so it's like 10 feet of visibility.
Man. That's great. Can help you down there. I know it's bad. Thanks.
I saw the government's air quality meter for Portland, and it pinned the needle at 375. It couldn't go any higher. Really bad.
Yep, about as bad as it can be, but we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, I think, so hopefully,
Tomorrow night.
yeah, hopefully it'll clear out, but it's been brutal.
Sorry, what'd you say? Yeah. Third highest single game completion percentage in NFL history. Nice. We sent a quarterback through 35 times.
Nice.
All right.
What am I looking here? Am I looking at this one? Okay, gotcha.
All right, Russell Wilson's up. John Boyle, you'd like to lead us off?
Yeah, Russ, for you guys to have no preseason, from not your first game and function that well on offense, what does that tell you about the potential for this group?
Well, I think we did a great job. We got a lot of great players. We were super dialed in all off season. We spent a lot of time on Zoom calls. We talked a lot about a ball and life and everything else. And we got a lot of smart guys. I think, like I said to you guys, I think earlier, I feel like we're smarter than ever. Obviously, we got great talent. Everybody caught the ball today, and that's what we want. We want to diversify the football. DK made great plays. Tyler made great plays. Greg Olsen made great plays. Disley, everybody touched the football. Chris Carson scored 2 touchdowns. So it was great just to see that, and our offensive line did a great job. They had a sack the first play of the game. Unfortunately, came right up field. They didn't even go for it, and they came right up field. They had that one, and then the other. I think they had 2 other ones, but I thought we did a great job up front. Gave me time to make throws. We threw the ball quite a bit. We ran the ball well. We were able to do a lot of things, and I think it's a testament to preparation, testament to how we prepared throughout the whole offseason, and obviously through training camp, and definitely this week as well.
Greg Bell.
I think you're on mute, maybe, Greg.
Hi, Russ.
Hey, Greg.
Hi. How much you threw 21 times the first 35 plays? How much was that Atlanta, and how much do you think that's indicative of how you're going to be this year as an offense?
I think we wanted to spread the ball around, get the ball to a lot of different guys. We wanted to be to be aggressive in our approach just in general. I think also too we wanted to be able to run the ball well too as well, which we were able to do when we did. And so it felt great. We had 3 drives in there. I wish we could have had back really. We kind of got a little stagnant there. We kind of we didn't stay hungry just from just how we approached up the line of scrimmage and everything else. I think we had those couple penalties there. But other than that, I thought it was a great day. For the first game of the year, to step up like that, guys made plays. We're very confident in what we're doing, and that was great.
Bob Condotta.
Sorry. Yeah. Hey, Russell. The 4th down pass to DK. Can you just take us through sort of what you saw there and how that all unfolded?
Well, yeah, we, to be honest with you, they made a good stop on 3rd down, and they were all celebrating, and so we kind of just looked at the sideline. I was like, okay, well, let's go after them, and we wanted to be aggressive in that approach right there, and so we were going to send the kicking team out. I think Shadi and I are on the same page, and we went for it, and sure enough, DK. Makes a great play, slips by him, and runs right down the field and makes a great touchdown catch. So that was big for us.
Corbin Smith.
Hey, Russ. Jamal Adams was asked about watching you play on the sideline, and he said he's not used to it, seeing a team put up that many points. But what was it like for you being able to see what he was able to do out there on the field, his first game with the Seahawks, the energy he brought to that defense, the production?
Yeah, I mean, he's been unbelievable as a teammate, as a leader, just he's one of the best players in the game. He brings the juice, he brings the energy, he's just focused, he's dialed in, he's on his assignments. He can make every play on the field. Our defense is going to be really special this year, I believe, and it obviously starts with Bobby always and what he does and his consistency. KJ, his consistency, and then our defensive line was able to make plays. But then when you get a guy like Diggs last year, who was able to step in, I don't know how many games he played, 5, 6. It felt like he played 12 as many plays as he made. But, him to step in the way he did, and then to get another guy, like Jamal Adams to come into our football team, those are great football players. And he's brought the energy, he's brought the focus. I think we're going to have a really great defense. That secondary looks really good.
Brady Henderson.
Hey, Russ, we saw you guys go up tempo today in situations that weren't necessarily end of half situations where you typically do that. Do you think that could be something that you do more of this season?
Yeah, I think we're going to mix it in here and there. I think it's an important part of the game to be able to control the game, and to strike fear in defenses in multiple ways, different personnels, different players, different people. We were able to do that because of our personnel. We got a lot of great confidence in our tight ends. We got a lot of great confidence in our wide receivers. We got a lot of great confidence in our running backs. We got stable running backs back there. And then ultimately, offensive line. They're smart guys. They've been doing a great job all camp. I was proud of D. Lou getting his first game, to get in there. And I thought he did a tremendous job throughout the whole game. He was super focused. I told him early in the game, I said, man, listen, the last game you played, you won a national championship. I think you'll be okay. It's been fun, to be with such great guys and guys who are passionate about the game too, not just, good guys and they like football and all that. They love the game. And that's a fun thing to play quarterback and to help be a part of this journey.
Michael Sean.
Hey, Russ, did you have a slogan or a victim of police brutality on your helmet today?
Yeah, I should have. It should have said Breonna Taylor on the back of my helmet.
Why did you go with Breonna?
Say again?
Why did you go with Breonna on your helmet?
Well, I have a daughter. I have a beautiful 3-year-old daughter. And, when I think about everything that's happened in our country, it's been an emotional time. An emotional time where there's a lot of hate in the world. There's a lot of disappointing things that are happening. And when I think about Breonna, I think about somebody who seemed to be a gracious person, somebody from what we hear and what we read, but also, too, is somebody who was just trying to be at home, And what's going on in America is very real. It's a very sad thing. And I think it's important to that, we need justice for Breonna. We need people to, step up, and our leaders in our country to be able to step up and make a change for these kind of situations, especially like those. And so, when I think about my daughter, I get fearful because of, a young girl like Breonna having her life taken away is pretty difficult. I think also, too, Michael, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this, but you're kind of bringing it up, so I think it's right time. And so for me, when I think about everything going on in the world, and I know you guys know, all of our faiths may be different and everything else, but for me personally, I pray that we can come together and love people better. And for me, when I think about the Jesus that I know, I think about somebody who wants us to love one another. I actually had pulled this up because I want to read it because I think it's an important time in the world right now. And it says, and it's Jesus speaking, it's John 13:34 through 35. And this has been on my heart, really honestly all week. But it says, a new command I give you, love one another. It says, a new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. I love that part where it says, a new command I give you, love one another, as I have loved you. And I think that's so important. And then my other favorite scripture I've been praying over, it says, it's 1 Corinthians 13:4 through 8. It's a love chapter in a way. Sierra and I read this at our wedding even. It says, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And I think the reality of life right now is that we're in a critical time with a pandemic happening around the world. In America, to be honest with you, black people being shot, without, carrying a weapon, and these things are really happening. And they've been happening for years. To all the different things that are going on just in our country. There's the wildfires at home. And the reality is that this life is short. We only have so much to live, no matter how much we have or how little we have. Paul talks about, I've had a lot and I've had little, and learning how to be content in both. And I think that the reality is that we need to learn how to love better. We need to learn how to realize that this life is very fragile. It's very short. We never know. And it's our assignment and our duty for each one of us, no matter what we believe or who we believe in, to do a better job of that. do a better job of loving, because that's what we can control. We can control our inner circles. We can control our language. We can control how we're around each other. We can control how we teach our kids. We can control our loved ones. We can control and how we control ourselves. And the change that we want to see, it has to start with me. It has to start with you all, and I think that's really critical along this journey. And I'm proud to be a part of the Seahawks, and as we're going on this journey together as players, as an organization, as a coaching staff, and everybody else. And, it's a testament to, just knowing that love never fails, and it's important that we continue that.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah.
Curtis Crabtree.
Hey, Russ, I was just kind of curious how you felt like the offensive line kind of worked in front of you today, the new group, the first kind of go for 60 minutes, and how everything kind of played out for you up front.
I lost you in the middle there. You said offensive line, how they work together or something?
Yeah, just your first game out there for 60 minutes together in the real line of fire, and how it all kind of came together for you.
Well, I thought the guys did a great job. Like I said, we had the first sack of the game. They just ran upfield. That wasn't on them. That was just, a good play by them. But and along all of it, I thought guys were dialed in. They were tuned into the situational football. We were on it. All the different, words and languages and all the different things that we're doing when we're super advanced and how we're doing things. And we're gonna be a tough football team to beat. And I'm excited about it. We can score a lot of points, and we got a lot of great players. And I think, Curtis, it starts with the offensive line. They're doing a great job of it. They're on it. They're detailed. I think Dwayne's a tremendous leader. I think, in terms of just that group as a whole. And then, the addition of D-Lou and Shell, they've done a great job. I mean, I felt like I've been playing with them for years. To be honest with you, they just did a tremendous job stepping in, and it was nothing for them. So it was great. They did a great job today.
Art Teal.
Russ, that was as many screen passes as I've seen the Seahawks offense throw in your time. What circumstances led to the use and effectiveness of the screen pass?
Yeah, we threw a couple of them there. There were big plays. Obviously Chris Carson scored that one touchdown on one of those, and that was a great play by him. And the line did a great job blocking on that too. I think that we spread the ball around all over the field. Obviously deep balls, obviously the DK, Tyler, these guys running down the field. We mixed the quick game in. We mixed the mid-range game. All the different things we did. We got this couple screens and nakeds. All the different plethora of plays and versatility, conceptually, is really key because it messes up the defense. They don't know who the ball is going to, where it's going to go. And we got such great running backs. I mean, when Chris Carson gets the ball in open field, so you want to get him the ball as much as you can and find ways to do that. And he did a great job of that. So that was a great job by Shadi today, and just calling great plays.
Bob Condotta.
Oh, you actually got me already with Russell. So I'll pass on the second time if someone else has a better question.
All right. Sorry, Bob. Joe Fan.
Russ, it's so easy to kind of lose sight of Tyler because he's so consistent, and it's honestly just kind of a constant where it might not be the big flashy play or whatever, but in the end of the day, we caught all 8 of his targets, I think 90 yards. How crucial is he to what you guys do, both on and off script?
Tyler is one of the most consistent players in the NFL. He's one of the most explosive players in the NFL, even though he's a smaller guy. I mean, he gets open all day. His ability, his feel for the game, his intelligence, his awareness, his ability to get open in a blink of an eye. And then, obviously our scramble ability with me and him is really, really special. I think it's one of the best in the game, and I think we're doing a great job of it, and we got to stay on it. I think, and it's not just him. I think, all the receivers looked great today. I was proud of Demo. He stepped in today, did a great job. Swain got his first NFL catch. That was pretty cool. Almost got that first down and 3rd and long. I mean, but Tyler, he's Mr. Dependable in so many ways. And so I love how he approaches the game. There's nobody who approaches the game better than he does. He needs to get more recognition, honestly, for what he's doing. I mean, he's been unstoppable for the past, I don't know how many years, but he's been unstoppable. So I think he's one of the best receivers in the game, hands down.
All right, Russell, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Wish you could talk longer. Go Hawks.